Hey, welcome to Half the Battle, and welcome once again, my friends, to Super Bowl Sunday!
Last year, I did my first football special. I have since been informed that I may have made a few factual errors. I've also been gently encouraged by the National Football League to issue an apology and clarification in the interest of avoiding a massive lawsuit.
With that in mind, let me give you some corrections. I hereby acknowledge that it was never common in football for the winning team to eat the losing team. No team would ever stoop to such savagery.
With the possible exception of the old Los Angeles Raiders. I would also like to apologize to PepsiCo and acknowledge that Gatorade is in fact not made from ball sweat.
That's just what it tastes like.
I have also been informed that the Hunger Games was not based on a true story. Battle Royale totally was, though.
Finally, the American Historical Association has asked me to inform you that the Civil War did in fact not start because the states couldn't decide what color the Stars and Stripes should be.
Also, the President of the United States has never been an alien from the planet Afrosia.
Now that all this ugliness is behind us, let's take a look at another football player that joined the G.I. Joe team.
That's right, the fridge wasn't the only one. Meet Captain Gridiron. This guy was released in 1990 with all original body parts. And without the accessories, I have no idea what they were going for here. The green parts sorta look military, and in combination with the pants, I guess it looks football-y. Maybe? It's like they were trying to do two different things at once, and thus failing at both. It kinda reminds me of a futuristic version of a retro football uniform. Yeah, this guy is confusing.
Once you add the accessories though, things quickly go from confusing to just plain ridiculous. Have a look.
There. Look at that. Drink that in. Oh, where do I even start? Well, I suppose we'd better begin right at the top, with the helmet. Did you ever wonder what would happen if you crossed an army helmet with a football one? Because Hasbro sure as hell did. And here is the result. What the hell?
And you wanna know the weird thing? That was actually his sanest accessory. Because up next, we have the grenades.
Grenades that are shaped like footballs. Grenades in the shape of a football. You know, I'd love to see the Department of Defense's procurement meeting about that. Mr. Weapon Manufacturer, sir, we need you to design us a new type of grenade.
No problem at all. We can do that for you. What type?
It should be extremely high yield with a 5-second timer.
Can do. Easy enough.
Oh, and before I forget, they have to be shaped like footballs.
Sure we can. Wait, what? Did you say footballs?
Yes, it's kind of important.
Okay, that's gonna cost extra though. But hey, I may be able to give you a bulk deal. How many do you want?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's really just for this one guy, so I don't know, 3?
3? And they're just for one guy?
Yeah, he's kind of a weirdo. He insisted on it.
Okay, that'll be $150,000 then, please.
Okay, that's fine, but I'd better get a cushy vice president's job with you later. So yeah, grenade shaped like footballs. I really don't have anything to add to that.
And guess what? We haven't even gotten to the most insane accessory yet. That comes right now.
Take a look at the rocket launcher. Who the hell designed this thing? The Acme Corporation? This thing is so unsafe, Wile E. Coyote wouldn't even use it. Seriously, no matter how you hold it, you're going to melt your arm off when you fire a missile.
And that's the best case scenario, because believe me, it can get worse.
Because this bloody thing comes with a scope. A scope! Since what you really want is the exhaust of a bunch of missiles pointing directly at your face when firing. You should only use this thing if you are Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Or maybe Ghost Rider. Yeah, there's a reason this guy keeps showing up on lists of worst or most ridiculous G.I. Joe toys of all time.
But hey, maybe he gets redeemed if we take a look at the character itself, starting with the file card.
Well, first of all, his full code name is actually Captain Gridiron, not just Gridiron. I mean, why? What's the point? And what happens if he gets promoted? Or, more likely, demoted? Well, at least he really is a captain, unlike another character, Major Altitude, who's actually a warrant officer. Anyway, Gridiron was quarterback for the West Point football team, also known as the Black Knights. And that explains his entire getup. Or is supposed to explain it anyway. We should all be grateful he wasn't in the anime club while at the academy. He passed up further academic growth to be a field commander. The Joes weren't too happy with him, but found him bearable enough that they didn't try to lose him on the first mission.
Yeah, lose him. As in, get him killed. I know I've said this before, but the Joe team are a bunch of assholes.
They felt that he was just trying too hard to be liked, which included doing John Wayne impressions. Yeah, considering one of the top guys is called Duke, I really don't think they had anything to complain about. As far as the comics go, I can be brief, though not as brief as his actual appearance in the comic.
He shows up in one panel. Just one panel. In the entire comic series.
I mean, the guy playing the Incredible Hulk got more exposure than him. And here he is.
Didn't see him? Well, let me help you out there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice him at first. The internet told me Gridiron makes one appearance in issue 130 of the comic. So I had a look. And another look. And yet another look. And still I couldn't find the bloody guy. I mean, Where's Waldo is freaking easier than this. Was it one of these guys? Or one of these guys? And nope. Turned out he was right there in the background, not colored and so badly drawn that I thought he was part of the scenery. I feel like I need to apologize to Blocker for mocking him on his limited comic appearance. He's got nothing on Gridiron.
There is one medium where Captain Gridiron was featured more prominently, though. Namely the cartoon. Oh boy.
His toy came out after the Sunbow run, but just in time for the Deke run. And we got him in spades. Let's take a look and see if you can guess his primary characteristic.
A good quarterback knows when to hang tough in the pocket and when to scramble for his life. Hey, you're blocking my pass. Our target is making an end run for Central Park. Time for a safety blitz.
Boys, it's third down and long. Time to go to the air.
Yup, he speaks almost entirely in sports metaphors. The guy is like Big Lop, but without the racism. His biggest accomplishment in the cartoon was organizing a football game between the Joes and Cobra.
No, I'm not kidding.
A global terrorist organization and an elite military unit had a football game. And I think I may have found what I'm gonna review for next year's Super Bowl. Well, that was Captain Gridiron, and here's my conclusion. Yeah, everything about this guy is completely stupid, but in a lovable way. You'll want this guy for the sake of absurdity, or if you're a completionist. If you do get him, make sure he comes with all his accessories like the football grenades and especially the rocket launcher. They deserve a special place of honor for all the wrong reasons.
See you next week, everybody.